Um, Decided to stop in and say hi to everyone. And tell you what I'm missing right now. Right now, I could be out with some friends, having a great time in the mountains, but because my body hates me, decided this, my eye, this eye here, right here, you see my eyes are kind of watery. You really can't tell how red they are in the camera, but I guess you can a little bit right there. Oh goodness, they're really really red. Um, Specifically, as I back in 2009, I got a lovely joy of getting shingles in my eye, and I like in the eye, not just around it, no, in it. And for those people who don't know, shingles is um, it's a herpes virus, unfortunately, but it's caused by the same thing that causes chickenpox. Chickenpox is called herpes varicella, and uh, shingles is herpes zoster. And what happens is that once you get chickenpox in your lifetime, um, the virus doesn't go away from your body, it stays with you forever. And what happens is it hangs out in your spinal column somewhere. And what it does is when your immune system crashes or you're under a lot of stress, anything to make your immune system lower, the shingles find a nerve, the closest nerve that they're to, and they attack it. And when it does this, you get these, it looks like scales on your skin, wherever you get the shingles at. Typically, shingles are found around the torso. Because, like I said, they come from your spine. Usually, you see them on the ribs, on the stomach, and stuff like that. I got lucky enough to get them in my eye. It's not a very common place to get them, but nothing about me is common. So, and oh, damn it. So I get Now, what happened was I got the shingles in my eye. I got the outbreak of shingles. Once you have shingles, you have them forever. That's it. Game over. You will always have shingles. Now, the thing is, the first outbreak you have, luckily, is the worst of them all. You will never have one that bad again. Thankfully, because that was really bad. And, ow, downfall, my eye really itches. So, and the other downfall is I really can't see very well out of this eye right now. So, I'm pretty much half blind. And, anyway, what happened was I got the shingles in my eye. My immune system shut down for one reason or another. I'd gone through a slew of being ill. I started with a staph infection, and then I ended had a kidney infection, a very bad kidney infection, and then I had another staph infection, and then I had shingles. And then shortly after that, I got an infection in my tooth, and I'm not even really kidding. I found out probably 3 weeks after that is when I was pregnant. So it was this really interesting year for me. Um, But anyhow, I got the shingles in my eye, and when it first showed up, I thought it was pink eye. So my eye was red, it was crusty, itched, really sensitive to the sun. I thought, oh, great, I just have pink eye. So I just didn't go outside for a few days. And then I started to not be able to see out of it. And it was like, well, this probably isn't pink eye. And my sister, love her to death, made me go to the emergency room because I couldn't see, and she didn't want anything to happen to my eyes. They're already bad enough. So, drags me down to the hospital, tells them, hey, I can't see out of this eye. I'm pretty sure it's just impetigo at this point. As I used to get impetigo all the time. It's another, it's the same virus that causes cold sores. You see them around people's mouths, little blisters and whatnot. Yeah, that same virus also causes impetigo. And it can go in your nose, your eyes, your ears, wherever. And I had it really, really bad when I was a baby. When I was about 18 months old, I had it everywhere. And I even had it in my bones. So I was really, really sick. But otherwise, I was convinced it was just impetigo. So I get there, and the doctor behind the counter goes, "What makes you think that's impetigo?" I said, "I've had it before. It's kind of what it feels like." She goes, "No, that's shingles." I said, "Oh, okay." I never had to sit in the waiting room. She immediately took me back, and I was like, "Wow, cool." And she puts this fluorescent stuff in my eye and then puts my eye underneath a black light so she could see if I have any scratches on my cornea or anything. It was really cool. But, I mean, other than the fact that it was horribly uncomfortable. Um, anyway, so I had the shingles, and basically they gave me, oh my god, they gave me a antiviral. I can't remember what it's called now. It's one of the herpes medications. Worked really well. Um, Calmed down the outbreak a lot. The only problem is that I got lucky enough to get the post-neurologic nerve pain that goes with it. And what that means is that whatever nerve my shingle's attached to, which for me was all right here, it goes up along this way, and it goes up into my eye right here, and on my eye, and then it goes up like this, and I can feel it all the way back here, in the back of my head. So the nerve pain, what that means is that whenever my shingles get angry or my immune system lowers or anything like that, this gets all tingly and very sensitive. Like this actually hurts to do this. Um, really sensitive to the touch. My eye waters, it itches, and I can feel it all the way like this, all the way up, and just occasionally it actually cause a headache. But thankfully I haven't had that yet today, and it's just really irritated and angry. So I voted not to go with them today for, you know, obvious reasons. I don't want to be that person where I'm like, I'd like to have fun, but I can't see out of my right eye. So my left eye, on the other hand, is pretty good. Um, it's not the best eye, but it's pretty good. When I don't have shingles happening over here, when I don't have the pain, um, my my right eye is actually my better eye. Um, right now, my left eye is, which kind of sucks because I'm actually pretty blind. I can't read. If we're driving in the street and there's a car length ahead of us, like they're supposed to be, I can't read their license plate. I also can't read street signs until I'm right on them, which is really unfortunate for navigational purposes. Other than that, I'm very nearsighted. If I want to read something, it's got to be like this close to my face. Um, I have no depth perception, so when somebody like if somebody throws something at me, they have to throw it at my face, or I'm not going to catch it because I can't tell how far away it is. So if I see something coming at my face, I'm obviously going to catch it like this. It's the only chance I have catching anything because I really cannot see very well, and my night vision is even worse. My night vision is horrible about dusk, right as the sun starts to go down. There's about an hour of time where I can't see anything at all. I'm colorblind. I can't see anything. It's horrible for just about that hour, so I just don't go outside. And then as night happens, I did this really stupid thing when I was younger. I went to a party with some friends of mine and drank some tea. That wasn't really tea. It was actually a substance called Datura, and basically it's just pure atropine. And if you know anything about the human brain, atropine is one of the lovely happy hormones that your brain creates. It's right up there with dopamine and serotonin and all that fun stuff. So anyway, this plant produces its own dopamine and atropine is the same thing they use at the doctor's office to dilate your pupils. Okay, if that gives you any kind of indication on what it is. Now, the problem with that is that after doing that, my pupils were dilated to full dilation for 3 days. 3 full days I had full dilated pupils. Now, the problem with that is that your pupils get strained and they get overstrained. And then what happens is when night comes, my pupils go, oh, it's time to expand. It takes them forever. They take a long time to adjust to lighting. So if I go from dark to light, it takes me longer than a normal person. Or if I go from light to dark, again, it takes me longer than normal because my pupils have to adjust. They don't want to. And they also don't fully expand in the dark. So I'm really, really blind if it's dark. Um, so there's a little chunk of history for you. The other unfortunate part is there's nothing I can take for the pain in my eye because, like I said, it's nerve pain. So I can take a high strength painkiller if I want to, but I don't want to be all dopey. I just don't want this to hurt anymore. And the vaccine that they make for shingles, okay, they actually make a vaccine for it. What they do is the downshot is you have to be 65 or older because they haven't tested it on younger people, I guess. I don't know. But you have to be 65 or older and you have to have not had shingles yet. So this vaccine is for people who have not had it and don't want it, which I blame them. I don't want it either. And um, the thing is that shingles is actually an elderly disease. Um, you see it on older people, usually in convalescent hospitals, or old people who are getting ready to die and whatnot. It's a very my grandfather had it right before he passed away. He had it on his head right here, and so did my grandmother. Actually, she also had it on her head. Um, so I was kind of doomed for it. But yeah. So I also have the joy of having. I'm basically starting a herpes collection. I think, as horrible as that sounds. Now, I'm not talking about the herpes that you hear about from like prostitution or anything like that. I want you guys to think I'm dirty or anything. I the herpes I'm talking about is um the little blisters you get around your mouth, cold sores. That's herpes. Shingles, herpes. Chicken pox are herpes. So when somebody tells you you have herpes, you don't go, ew. No, it's just a thing. So I got like 3 different kinds of herpes going on. It's kind of fun. Not really. But either which, um, oh, I hope this uploads. I'm like at 11 minutes. Anyway, I was actually gonna tell you guys something else, and I don't remember what it was, but now you guys know what I'm missing out on. I should be eating a snow cone right now. Some friends of mine, but I'm not. So anyway, my dog's taking a nap, so I'm gonna relax a little bit and maybe face my face in a different direction because the sun is just killing my eye. So yeah, that's about that. I guess I'll try to make another post if my eye calms down or whatever. So I'm not winking at you guys, promise. I, it really hurts. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Okay, bye.